Dear friends, welcome back to Civil Conclave YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about it how to prepare a bar bending schedule, a methodology. It's a presentation of Civil Conclave presentation. Bar bending schedule. I am going to talk about general notes about reinforcement. Standard length of the bar will be that is 12 meter or a 40 feet length. Weight of the bar for a 1 meter length will be d square divided by 162, where d is the dia in millimeter. Density of the steel is equal to 7850 kg per cubic meter. Now we are talks about a hook length. The hook length is commonly provided for stirrups. Hook length is equal to 9d. D is the diameter of the bar. So total length of the stirrup will be total length of the bar plus 2 hook length, that means L into 2 9d. See, this is the hook length. See, this is a 9d and this is a 9d. Here you can see in the field how we are going to tying it out at the site. Bond length. Bond length is usually provided at columns at ends to tie the column footings. Bend length is equal to 16 dia. That is, D is the diameter of the bar. Here you can see the 16 diameter of the bar. Overlap length, lap length. The length of the building is 18 meter. The standard length of the bar is 12 meter. We have no option to join the rebars for a total length of the building. In order to join the two bars is called as overlap length. Overlap length for a compression member is 50 dia. Overlap length for a tension member is 40 dia. This is what I call as a overlap. Here how we do the methodologies is being climbed up. 50 dia for a compression member, 40 dia for a tension members. Crank length. Crank length is provided in slab. Shear stress is maximum at supports in slab. To resist this stress, we use crank bars at the end of the supports in slab. Crank bar is bent up at an angle of 45 degree. Here I show it's how it is 45 degree with a length of 42 dia. This is the 42 dia. Where D is the depth of the slab minus top cover minus bottom cover. Extra bar. Nowadays, extra bar is also provided under the every crank bar to keep the crank bar in position. Extra bar length is L by 4. This is what I called as a L by 4. D is equal to depth of the slab minus top cover. Here we are going to see how the reinforcement. This is the deformed steel bars, that is the toss steel members. This is the mild steel members, round bars. If I go in single bars, it is a deformed bars. This is a plain round bars. Steel receipt at the site. Test certificate will confirm the compliance of the quality of supplied material as per the requirement of relevant IS codes. Steel bundle should have a tag giving detail of the batch and a lot detail. Steel field test. Rolling margin and weight per meter. For any steel reinforcement bar, weight per running meter is equal to D square divided by 162 kg. Where is the diameter of the length? For example, for a 10 mm dia, it will be 10 into 10 divided by 162 is equal to 0.617 kgs per running meter. Tolerances of the nominal masses. Dia of the bar up to including 10 mm plus or minus 7 percentages, 10 mm to 16 mm plus or minus 5 percentage, over 16 mm it should be plus or minus 3 percentage. With a negative rolling margin, savings of 7 percentage steel can be. Steel field test, bend test. Specimen shall be doubled over the mandrail by continuous pressure until sides are parallel. If there is no rupture or a crack visible, the specimen considered pass the test. Rebend test. The test piece shall be bent to an angle of 135 degree using appropriate mandrel. The piece shall be kept in a boiling water for 30 minutes and allowed to cool. Then the piece shall be taken and rebent to an angle of 157 degree. If there is no rupture or a crack visible, the specimen bound to pass the terms relating to detailing. Main reinforcement. They take the entire load and generally located at points of maximum bending moment to resist the moment. Anchor and hanger rebars. These bars do not take any load. Instead, helps for placing and fixing the stirrups. The stirrups is mainly meant for a shear reinforcement in position. Generally, these are rebars present in a compressive zone. Traverse reinforcement. Traverse reinforcement are very important. They not only take care of structural requirement but also help main reinforcement to remain in the desired position. They play a very significant role while abrupt changes of reversal of stresses like earthquake, etc. They should be closely spaced as per the drawing and properly tied to the main longitudinal reinforcement. Here you can see this is the stirrups, okay. This is stirrups folders, that's what I call the bars. This is a tensile steel. Lap length. Lap length is the length of a overlap of a bars tied to extend the reinforcement length. Lap length about 50 diameter of the bar is considered safe. Laps of neighboring bars should be staggered and should not be provided one level and line. At any cross section, a maximum 50% of the bar should be lapped. In case required lap length is not available at junction because of space and other constraint, bars can be joined with a couplers or welded. Welding means with the correct choice of welding methodology. Now, as I already shown you, this is the overlap length and etc. etc. Anchorage length. This is an additional length of the steel of one structure required to be inserted in another one at the junction. For example, main bars of beams in column and beam junction, column bars in footing, etc. The length requirement is similar to the lap length as per the design instruction. Bent up and cranked bars. It is actually economization of material. Normally for fixed ended beams, positive moments are present at the midspan and negative moments at the supports. So bottom steel is required at the midspan and the top steel resisting negative moments at the supports. A bent up is provided to take up the steel on the top of the supports as bottom steel is normally required as support. Crank length is 0.42 dia. This is what I call as a crank length. This is the L by 4 after the crank further development length has been taken care of it. Okay. The additional length LA that is introduced is a simple straight end to end length of reinforcement bar due to being bent up at say 30 to 60 degree, but it is generally 45 degree. L1 minus L2 is equal to LA, which I am going to explain in the next slide. This is L1, this is L2. This is a bar, this is the dia of the bar, which we call bent up bars. Okay. Where D divided by L by 2 is equal to tan theta and D divided by L by 1 is equal to sin theta. Giving different values of theta, we get different values as shown in the table below. For 30 degree, D divided by 0.05, D divided by 0.773 0.33, that is a tan theta, is equal to 0.27 d, that is the additional length of the bent up bar. Whereas 45-degree bend, d divided by 0.707, d divided by 1, that is 0.414 d, is equal to 0.42 d. This is generally the value that we adopt in the hook length. Hook length of one hook is equal to 4d plus 4d plus dia, that is equal to 9d, where 4dd refers the curved portion. This is what I called as a curved portion. This length is 4 dia. Okay. This is a hook length, and this is what I already mentioned in the earlier bend length. Bend length is usually provided in columns at the ends to tie the column rebars to footing bars. Bend length is 16d, diameter of the bar in millimeter. This is what I call as a bend length. This is a bend length which is to be 16 dia of the bar. This is some standard lengths of the hooks, how to be prepared and everything. Okay. This is a section of beams. Okay. This is a column. This is a beam where I cut a section. This is a total length. This I call a link bar. What he called as a stirrups. This is the main reinforcement. Here in this cross section, h is equal to height, L is equal to length, B is equal to breadth. Link bars. The link bar generally provided around the bars cover space between link and outer surface. This is what is there. I say 2 bars of 10 example, 4 bars of 12 dia of the bar. This is a beam. Steel reinforcement bars in the lower section of the beam. Here, this is the lower section of the steel bars in the beam. Concreting section of the beam, and this is the steel bars in the bottom. In the field, you can see how these crank bars have been positioned, and this is where how the beam section has been provided. This is generally the methodology of tying the beam bars and lowering it at the next. Bar bending schedule format. Generally bar identification, bar dia, weight per kg per centimeter square, shape of the bar, cutting length, weight of the bar, number of bars, total weight from 60 to 25 degrees. Procedure for carrying out a bar bending schedule. Find and list out all shapes and type of bars like bottom bar, top bar, cranked bars, cut-tail bars, extra bars, etc. Calculate or count the number of bars of each type. List down the diameter of the bar bending schedule format. Calculate the cutting length of the rebar. Cutting length is equal to length of the member minus cover on both sides plus the development length. Calculate the weight per meter of each rebar. Calculate the weight of the rebar. Weight of rebar is equal to number of bars into cutting length into weight per running meter. Add the weight of all rebars to get the total steel quantity. Instance of reinforcement calculation, beam reinforcement calculation. Assume a beam of a clear length of 4 meter, 300 mm wide, 450 mm depth. It consists of 2 12 dia bars at the top and 2 16 dia and 1 12 dia bent up bar at the bottom. Diameter of stirrup is 8 millimeter and spaced at 180 mm center to center. Clear count cover to the reinforcement is provided 40 mm. Here you can see all the things, the detail what I given. A 4 meter beams, this is a 1 12 dia, this is a crank bars, 2 16 dias, and this is the top bars of 12 dia, 8 dia of 180 mm center to center. Now we calculate the length of the reinforcement on the basis of the shape of the reinforcement, mandatory for reinforcement concreting beam. In example, we start with the bottom reinforcement bar, bottom bar B1. B1 is as shown in the figure. Length of B1 is equal to clear distance between walls plus 2 into width of the walls and bearings minus 2 into bar cover plus 2 into bend length. Bend length is equal to 6 into 16, 96. Consider as 100 mm. Bend length is calculated as 6 into diameter of the bar for reinforcement conforming IS 17886, or development length is equal to depth minus 2 into cover. Length of the B1 is equal to 4000 plus 2 into 230 minus 2 into 40 plus 2 into 100 is equal to 4580 millimeter. Length of the bar B2 is calculated on the basis of the shape of the bar. The bends up closer to the support as shown below. Here you can see the bent up bars. So length of the bar is equal to B2 is equal to A plus B plus C is equal to 4000 plus 2 into 230 minus 2 into 40, that is the cover, plus 1.414 into H minus H, that is the height. H is equal to 450 minus 2 into 40, that is the cover, 2 into 12, that is the dia of the bar, minus 2 into 12 into 2, that is the 334 millimeter. So B2 is equal to 4000 plus 2 into 230 minus 2 into 40 plus 1.414 into 334 minus 334, 4518.3, that is 4520 millimeter. Length of the anchor bar, top bar T1 is equal to 4000 plus 2 into 230 minus 2 into 40, that is the cover, is equal to 4308. Length of the stirrups. Here I see this is the stirrups at every center to center. This is the way the stirrups has been worked out. Stirrups are placed at 180 mm center to center. Stirrups are provided between walls or support for a beam. Number of stirrups required for a given beam. Length of member minus 2 into cover divided by spacing plus 1. Length A is equal to 450 minus 2 into 40 is 370 millimeter. Length B is equal to 300 minus 2 into 40, 220 millimeter. Therefore, length of one stirrup S1 is equal to 2 into 220 plus 370 plus 9 dia is equal to 1324 millimeter. Here you can see the bar bending schedule. B1 bar dia 16 mm, weight per kg is equal to 1.5 kgs, cutting length 4.58, number of bars 2, weight of bar 13.74. I put it in 13.74 and 16 dia. Like that, I have written, I done the calculation. So total reinforcement of the for the particular beam will be 38.31. Codes and specification and standards. You have to refer IS 2502, 1893, 4006, 456, SP 34 or SP 1786. These are all the codes related to the reinforcement works. Weight per lead length of different diameter. 6 mm will be 0.22, 8 mm will be 0.39, 10 mm will be 0.61, 12 mm will be 0.88, 16 mm will be 1.5, 20 will be 2.46 kgs, 25 mm will be 3.85 kgs, 28 mm will be 4.83 kgs, 32 will be 6.32 kgs. Okay. If I consider weight of one full length of rebar, will be as follows, and this is the number of full length rebar required per 1 MT. 6 mm will be 378 meter, 8 mm will be 215 meter, 10 mm will be 136 pieces, 12 mm will be 94 pieces, 16 mm 55.55, 20 mm will be 33 pieces, 25 will be 22 pieces, 28 will be 17 pieces, and 32 will be 13 pieces. What I consider is a 12 meter full length into weight per meter. Okay. Thank you for watching this presentation. Kindly subscribe, like and share. which will motivate me for a further good presentation. In case of any queries, do not hesitate to write to me. The response shall be at the earliest. You can contact me at the civilconclave.com, gmail.com, or at my Telegram group, Ask Srini Telegram groups. The link is as follows. Thank you once again. Kindly subscribe, like and share, which will motivate me for a further good presentation. Thank you once again for watching.